the same, man.
I stay myself, I never change, yeah, yeah, yeah. Dirty so they treat me like a stain, yeah, yeah, yeah. Do whatever, get you paid, yeah, yeah, yeah. Roll it from the cradle to the grave, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Picture me putting my city all over the map. They wasn't believers, I had to get even and mad. We coming up, pulling up, jumping all over your grass. So tell them I got a new girl. Tell them that I'm in the bank and I want all my 50s in cash. I'm tired of living check to check. I need 20 models, this is smiling in my grave.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. This week's matchup features two teams who both walked away with a notch in the loss column last week. It's the Redskins going up against the Saints.
Thank you very much, Larry. As usual, the streets of the nearby French Quarter are alive as we are in downtown New Orleans at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. The setting in this dome just serves to amplify the excitement of the folks in New Orleans as their Saints burst from the tunnel a moment ago. They're set, and we're set as well as the Saints get ready to do battle with the Washington Redskins.
Double tight, guys, double tight.
Yes,
51 to Mike.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. Crowder's got it over the middle. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. That throw good for 4. It's second down. Great change up there on the route and got that inside release, made it a successful pitch and catch.
So the first thing you want to do is have him thinking that you're going outside, make a move in that direction. Then you really don't run the route against the whole body of the defender. You run against a half of him, and the inside half, and he took it right across his face, got inside, and won that route in a big way.
In motion, the tight end Reed. Second down, Cousins. And that'll be incomplete. Jordan Reed was the intended target. And that takes us from second to third down. This defense looking for an early stop. This is third down and 6. Off the play fake, Cousins. And he fires one, but incomplete. Coming in carrying the losing streak, not the start that they were looking for. 3 and out on the opening drive.
So now everyone's looking at each other. And what I mean by that is, who's going to make the right play? Who's going to get us out of the doldrums? Who's going to get us out of this funk that they're in right now? They've got to find someone who will make a play, create a play, and get their confidence moving in the right direction.
When it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move. Ready.
Here we go.
Yellow lady. Yellow lady.
On first down, Breeze. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And they didn't wait long to take a shot there, that's for sure. But it falls incomplete, and it's second down. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas, and that'll bring up second down.
Watch tight. Tight end's right. Watch tight.
Easy.
Tight end's right.
Ready. We waiting. Ready. What's that?
The first carry now, this is Alvin Kamara. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. 5 yards left for the offense. It's 2nd down.
Don't be mad. Don't be mad. It's more coming. It's more
To throw is Breeze. He uncorks it for Snead. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off.
We got 3.
From the gun on 3rd down, Breeze. It's complete to Flainer. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. 23 yards on the play.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that. Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on there. Here's a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right. That's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, do I have that dagger play? Do I have that play and just finish them off right now? Because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early.
And they still need 8 yards for the first here on 2nd down.
Check 3. Check 3. Check 3. Ready.
Shotgun now for Breeze. And brought in here by Flainer. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A good pickup there of 22. And now a first down following that long gain.
Right there. Here we go. You ready?
Into the red zone, it's Breeze. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Single.
On 2nd down, here's Breeze. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
Well, you know you don't want to make a mistake in that area, so you make sure you make a smart throw. Throw it out towards the sidelines. If you overshoot your guy, so be it. It's just the incompletion that we saw there.
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. And Lutz puts this one through. And the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive for them here on their home turf results in a field goal.
Now that's the way you want to get things started. Your stadium, your crowd, you've got the ball, put points on the board first, and let everyone start to celebrate.
And he's going to be stopped dead in his tracks at the 17-yard line. Now the Redskins offense, they get set to go back to work here. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay. Yeah. I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
This is the rookie from Oklahoma, Samaje Perine. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Big boys down there in the trenches and a nice play to stop them cold. Nothing there.
Yeah, when you talk about big boys, you're talking about those defensive tackles, those nose tackles. They're not just...
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Short throw, pick six right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So out now come the Redskins. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their third possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense, just to try and change their fortunes right now.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Stephon Anthony in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year.
Sack, baby. Sack. Mike 50.
Cousins now on second down. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again. Just like last week, each game is its own entity, treated as such.
Throwing on third and long. McCoy. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Marcus Williams, the rookie from Utah. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on third and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they've got him blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
The Saints put up 29 points a game last year, second only to the Falcons, and they're in range to get some points on this drive as well. 1st and 10. Breeze leaves this one with Kamara, and he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. And they're behind the sticks here a bit now, dealing with a 2nd and 12.
Let's go. Ready.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. And defensively, a dime look here. 6 DBs on 3rd and 12.
No surprise at all.
Kill. Mike 50.
From the gun, it's Breeze. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Kobe Fleener, the tight end, his intended target.
Strong left. Under. Ready. Monday. You don't know no better.
They'll run it with Kamara. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Saints add on to their lead. And it's up and good.
Yeah, good job, Home. That's the way you make it spin.
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off.
There we go. Out.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
They don't want it, fellas. They don't want it. Keep playing hard, fellas. Green, 39. Green.
for P-Ryan. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Good opening quarter for him. Remember, he had the sack earlier. Now a tackle for loss, another tackle for loss. And he's going to be brought down back at his own 6-yard line. Nick Fairley in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. Here's Tressway now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Taken from just outside the 30. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Watch tight end. Easy. Tight right. Ready. Kill. 3 down. Kill. Check. 3 down. Here you go. Tighten up.
Now a play fake here on 1st down.
Check hot route. Hot.
Then he will find a man here as Thomas comes open. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Saints 4.
Slam. Ooh, that's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy.
In the red zone this time.
Tight end left. Block. You got 3 left. Ready. 13. Here we go.
Try to pound it in, Kamara. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
The quick slant caught. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Now Breeze. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. And this one through the uprights and good. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. While we have a minute, we remind you that later tonight we'll have a couple of NFC East rivals squaring off, the Eagles and the Cowboys from Big D.
Or Arlington. Got to make sure we get it right.
To be more precise there in the Metroplex. Then tomorrow night, Week 11, will wrap up with a playoff rematch from the divisional round a year ago, the Falcons and Seahawks, but this time from Seattle. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. The Redskins on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Let's go!
They'll run it here with P-Ryan. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And he'll go ahead and field this at the 5. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Double tight, double tight. Ready. 3 down, 5-5. Hey. Clock. Ready, kill. Easy.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
Two times. Let's go.
Now a direct snap back to Kamara. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 3rd and 10.
That was a nice play by the defense, but the offense can't let that one play define them. Let it go, move on, and start over again.
Kill. Ready. Under. All day. 53. Hey, watch.
Now this time, Breeze will throw.
Check.
And Gen's got it. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Give him 35 yards there on the 3rd down conversion.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
You got him. You got him. Ready. Easy. Kill.
Following the penalty, it's Kamara. Oh, able to avoid him. And he'll be stopped up quickly here at the 38. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, they won't bump that to his resume reel, but that might be one of the best 1-yard runs I've seen.
Now Breeze throwing on 2nd down. Looking long for Tom. He rifles one that's intercepted. Sua Cravens with a pick. And he is all the way up past the 25. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
11 yards for number 11.
No. Check. Patriot. Here we go. 319. 319. Motion.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to New Orleans after this.
No. Check. Patriot. All right, here we go. Patriot. 319. Over. All right, here we go. Gun.
They go play action here on 1st down. Flushed out right. And this one's incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Josh Doxson. And now it's 2nd down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Here's McCoy. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
The Redskins on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Let's go.
Now McCoy. Pryor has it complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. Here's Tressway now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Saints will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Left, left, left. Watch left, left, left. Squeeze, double, double. We waiting. 0-2, 0-2. Kill.
Breeze to throw on 2nd down. He'll let it fly in the direction again. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. The Redskins looking for another timeout, and they get it. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Here's Thomas Morstead now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. Fielded at the 33. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Redskins will take possession with a 1st and 10.
Got double tight. Double tight. 4 down, 4 down. All right, here we go.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run.
Watch the run.
Off the play fake. McCoy. This one complete to Niles Paul. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line.
No. Check. Patriots.
Off play action. McCoy. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. No. We got 3.
To throw on 2nd down. McCoy. Sideline throw. It's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. The Redskins on 3rd down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Back to throw. McCoy. Caught on the right side. Reed. And he gets it down to the 32. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Craig Robertson from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8.
Strong right. Ready.
Breeze now on 1st down. Looking deep downfield. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. Thomas the intended target, and it's 2nd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
And that's caught inside the 30. And the timeout comes in with 2 seconds remaining. So they can trot out the field goal unit for the try before we hit the lockers. And Lutz's kick is good. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. 7 yards to go on second down.
Fields right, Fields right.
To throw, it's Breeze. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now third down. The Saints on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Breeze. Over the middle, open is Thomas. And he's got some space here. A breakaway for Michael Thomas. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, 77 yards. And the Saints are pouring it on. Coming into the year, Breeze, 465 touchdown passes. Add another one to the total.
You know, it's funny. I just talked with his college head coach, and he told me that when Drew was a sophomore at Purdue, they weren't sure he was truly the starter, even though he started the opening game, and he made a play early in that one where the coach got on the headset and told the rest of the staff, well, fellas, we found our quarterback. Now we got to make sure we find the rest of our team.
Breeze hasn't looked back since.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Here we go now.
Shift together here from the D-line. The drive starts with a handoff to Pirine. And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line. He lost 6 there on the first down play.
Brandon, that play typifies what we've seen from the offense all day long. They've had no success getting things going. I think for the offensive coordinator, he's got to go to that side of the play sheet that says, try something different. Try some specials, something they haven't seen all day to try and get this offense kick-started.
And that is incomplete. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down.
Now let's go. Green, 39, Detroit. Number 12.
Operating from the gun, McCoy escaped, and they're going to sack him again. The 5th time they've gotten him today, and this one results in a safety. And the safety there, another mistake, and these mistakes just keep piling up.
How many more can they make? They put themselves in such a massive hole now. Going to be difficult to dig out from under.
Yeah, for sure they can't afford anymore at this point. And an alley to run. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats?
Who?
You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the roads
true.
will be fairly clear
that is
by the
one
time we have to
positive.
leave the booth.
6 guys. Check 6 guys. Hey, easy. Switch. 21.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he is knocked down from the side, right around the 26. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
He's checking. Crash.
And the offense will be looking to get at least some of this yardage back here. It's 2nd and 12.
You don't want no problems with me. Ready. 5'9". Easy, kill. Check. Watch 54.
Again, it's Kamara. Broke a tackle, but not much room there ultimately. Just up past the 25 and no further. 1 yard officially on the pickup, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 11.
Run. That's it, baby.
Now Breeze. And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. Terrell McClain in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. Here's Thomas Morstead now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. That's taken on the 25. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Out comes the Redskin offense now as they get set to begin another possession. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. So the offense now dealing with a 2nd and 7.
Here we go now.
Looking to throw. McCoy. And this one complete to Reed. And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pickup there at 22.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
Guys, double tight. You got 3. Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Mike 51.
Now Pirine. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Here we go now.
They'll run again with Pirine. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down.
Here we go now.
From the gun on 3rd down. McCoy. And a hook up over the middle to Pryor. And he's able to get the 1st before he's taken down at the 36. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Double tight. Double tight. All right, here we go. Green. Hey.
They toss to Pirine. And a solid run down inside the 30. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
And when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. McCoy eluding the pressure right. And he finds the tight end, Reed. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
Hey, guys, check me out. Hurry up, here we go. All right, now, look at 57. Gun! Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90. Leopard.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. 10 yards still left on 2nd down.
Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Hurry up, here we go.
Throwing again. McCoy. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
Yeah, baby. Leopard. Now let's go. Over.
And from the 9-yard line now, it's 1st and goal. Here's Pirine. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Back to throw. McCoy throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
What a job by this defense all game long. They've come together and really said, no one's crossing our goal line, and they're definitely not going to start right now.
You can just see the dejection. Feel like nothing is working offensively. From the gun on third down. McCoy flush to his right. He may try and run. Touchdown, Redskins. Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. So they get one score back, but still a long ways to go here in this third quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. There were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
Well, I'd say that run's pretty emblematic of what we've seen all day long. No matter what they've done on offense, this offensive line has controlled the line of scrimmage, giving them time to throw it, run it, do whatever they wanted. That's why there are points up on the board. And right now, the psyche of the offense, we're in control, and we can do whatever we feel like doing out here on the field.
Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
They really turned it loose, didn't they? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
On second down, Kamara. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with third and still 7 yards to go. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Now Breeze on third down. Being chased out left. Now Breeze lost the football, and the Redskins scoop it. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
I know that taking care of the football is something that's drummed into every guy who plays this position, no matter what, whether he's running it, in the pocket, out of the pocket. But it's almost surprising to me that there aren't more fumbles by that position because of the way that they get attacked on each and every play.
Yeah, well, he had the fumble last week. Now here's 2. He's got it at the 15. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
Double tight. All right, here we go. Green, 39.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Samaje Perine, the intended target. And that'll bring up second down.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
Now he'll look to throw here on second and 10. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
3 down. Here we go now. Blue 90. Here we go. 50. Mike 50.
Back to throw again. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. It's been that kind of a day so far throwing the football. It just seems like nothing going right offensively.
Yeah, it's a catch that should have been made, pure and simple. And look, everything else that goes into running a good pass route, throw it all out if you don't catch the ball.
Been that kind of game throwing the football so far, nothing going right offensively. A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on fourth.
Strong right. Hurry up.
Going absolutely nowhere. He'll wind up losing a yard or two. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And the Saints will have the football back. Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. And last time, the fumble, the turnover. Now they still have the lead, but I don't think coaches care. The turnovers will bother them no matter what the scoreboard says.
That's the relief, that you still have the lead. But coaches look at what if and what it should be. Turning the ball over when they've got a chance to score more points and increase the lead, that's what's going to affect them.
And they're also thinking to future weeks, maybe when the game's closer, right?
No doubt about it. You want to clean up everything. Let's just be honest about it. They want everything to be perfect at all times. They don't want to give up anything that's going to hurt their team.
The Redskins looking for another timeout, and they get it. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more, plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back.
Slot. Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island. Ready. Fly 5. Watch 82.
From the gun on third down, Breeze. Steps away to his left. Caught on the left side by Ginn. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. So the offense has it first and 10.
Hey. Opposite. Like 5-5.
A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Ready. 5-9.
They run it again with Kamara. Oh, and now he bowls him over and shutting him off. Now open field. And he breaks through another tackle. And all the way down to the 36-yard line. It's a big play there for the Saints. 41 yards on the ground.
3 down. Check the backer.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
2nd down following the run.
Hey, we've got tight ends left. Hey. 15. Got 3 down.
Kamara. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down. The Saints on 3rd down, 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Breeze now to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for New Orleans. Yards on the punt there. And the Washington offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10.
Double tight, guys, double tight.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. Here we go.
They start on the ground with Pirine, and there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Tight Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move.
To throw on second down. McCoy. He'll get this out to his running back, P-Ryan. 6 yards on the pickup, and that's going to lead to a third down. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on fourth down, this is a big call. So they decline the penalty. That seems a little odd.
I'm trying to work through it and work with them to figure out why.
Well, someone's got to be confused.
That's what I think. I'm pretty sure that the bench is saying take the penalty, and somehow in the heat of the moment, they thought they were saying decline the penalty, and that's going to work against them. They should have taken it.
Four down. Ready. Yellow weighty. Check. 53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike. Man, that's trash. That's trash.
Drew Brees with a kneel down, and that ought to do it. The Saints on third down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is going to be 3rd and 13.